What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to Mondays with Mike. We'll give it a little bit of time to let people get in here and see what's going on this Monday. We weren't here last week, and hopefully, we have a couple people joining tonight. And yeah, so we'll give people a couple minutes to get in. Like I said, if you're new to the channel, we're back here pretty much almost every Monday, unless something happens or comes up. Or we lose signal, Wi-Fi, or just I don't want to do it for the week. So yeah, what to do is just leave a comment in the box below, ask us a question. The reason we get on here is to basically answer people's question about either my company Axion Industries or parts that are coming out, new parts, existing parts, old parts, and yeah. So we'll see who gets in tonight. And I didn't really post up about that we were going to be on here. So hopefully some people can get on. Make sure you do a thumbs up to support the channel. Always appreciated. And yeah, just making sure we got sound going. And hopefully we get some people in here to talk. We got a little bit of news today on some back order parts that I kind of was shocked about because they're usually never back ordered. So what's up, Andy? Another Monday. It's been a busy Monday for us here. And just enjoying the night. Figured I would get on for probably about half an hour. But if it's good and people are asking questions, we usually stay on up to almost an hour. So we'll see how it goes tonight. I just got done doing some tracking numbers finally and made a quick dinner and then getting on here to catch up with everyone, see what's going on. This is not a hickey, by the way. This is just a bug bite. So I've been out gardening. So, now it's, this week it's been like upper 80s here in North Carolina. So the bugs are back. But yeah, we'll kind of wait for a couple more people to get on because the one news, it doesn't matter to Andy because he already has one of these things. But the K-Tuner version 2s with the screens are sold out everywhere right now and are on nation back order. Some places might have one. I don't know. I ordered ours from K-Tuner last week, our batch, and they didn't ship. So I messaged them and they're still waiting on them to come in. So come into the port. So I don't know how long more it's going to be for K-Tuners, maybe 2 weeks to a month, maybe. So not looking good on that end, which kind of sucks. So, but yeah, that's the big news today. K-Tuner sold out on version 2s. You can still buy the K-Tuner version 1.2. What else we got? Finally got to look over the K-Tune shifter, which we did a review on. But I've had one of my customers actually install and give some feedback, and everything looks pretty good. From people that have had the hybrid and are now going the K-tuned, I've got 3 of them. They all like the K-tuned shifter the best. So good feedback. There is one thing on the install. When you're installing it, there's a electronic line that runs basically down through the shift area. And you actually have to take that kind of out of the chassis and move it to the side so the shifter will sit flush on the floor. That's pretty much the only thing with the shifter as far as install, pretty straightforward. But yeah, still waiting on the Acuity shifter. What's new? No idea when that's going to be. I thought I saw someone said they saw it in someone's Type R, so maybe we're getting close. Sometimes the companies will throw out like a few shifters to like some people to get them kind of some feedback and that, and then that way they have people sharing them up, so when they launch it, there's already backing there. from people running it already. But I don't know. Um, what else is going on? That's about it, guys. It's really kind of just, it's been busy, but nothing really new as far as parts coming out. So if you guys have questions, shoot them at me. I'm ready to go. And we'll see how long we stay on tonight and who actually is in here. We've got 6 people right now. So if you want to comment and just say what's up, I would appreciate it. And make sure to do a thumbs up also if you guys can, so the video can get out there. Our watches on our videos are really bad lately. I don't know why. I mean, the content's not the best. Obviously, you know, I don't have any good driving videos because all my cars are still taken apart, and we've just been doing product video stuff. So if there's any videos you guys want, you know, I'm glad to share it if I can get it. But yeah, hopefully we'll have some racing here soon, as I think I will be going to the streetcar bragging rights where Andy Klein will be racing and Alex Gleach and a couple other people. And yeah, so should be a fantastic event. I don't know what day. I got to talk with you, Andy, and figure out what day you're going to be there, what day you think's the best for me to come for racing. So cool. What brake upgrade would you recommend for a full bolt-on tension Accord that's daily? I want an upgrade. Honestly, I would say it depends what you're using the car for. The brake kit that I think works great, gets rid of a lot of weight, but still stops better than factory, is the kit that we put together, the 11.6 Wilwood 4-piston kit. It's a 2-piece rotor, eliminates a lot of weight off the brakes. The next one up from that, I would do the 12.9 kit with the 6-piston. That's another great option. And those two I kind of think are my favorite. If you're wanting to be more on a budget, then you could do pads and just, you know, standard bolt-on rotors. We've got those in stock too. So the kits that we put together with Wilwood, it's kind of like a custom kit. So they usually do take 1 to 2 weeks. Oh, wow. Oh, cool. So Friday was the day I was going to actually come. So, well, that would be good. Is it all day Friday or Friday night or? Yeah, I really like the Wilwood kit. Andy actually has the 11.6 on his car. So he can give you feedback on here and let you know kind of what's what with the kit. I think it's amazing. I run it on my 11 Gen Civic, and it's much better braking, and the amount of you know, wheel weight, rotor weight you know, get rid of over the stock brakes, and that is just outstanding. Cool. Well, maybe I'll come down Thursday night and then stay all day Friday, and then cool. Okay, well, we'll figure it out, but I want to get some good racing videos in, and of course meet everyone. So what's up, David? Thanks for joining. Thanks for actually commenting. A lot of people come in here and they just listen, but I love when people comment too, because it keeps me coming back every week. Some of the times I just, you know, I'm on here and I feel like I'm just, you know, talking over and over about nonsense, because there's only so much I can talk about which goes on during the day. Yeah, I like the 11.6 kit. It was pretty much one that I custom kind of came up with. And, you know, we have fast brakes kind of, I gave them my, you know, measurements that I wanted and I thought was perfect, and was like, this is the kit. I think that's great, where you can still fit a 15, but you know, don't lose a lot of braking for, you know, daily driving. So it's a good kit. So yeah, we'll post more about the event. I'm going to probably post a little bit of stuff here, you know, kind of get more people hyped, try and get more people going with Accord so we can get a big turnout, meet a lot of people. So yeah, and get some, you know, some killer racing in. So I think it'll be good. Well, that's definitely not a downgrade, so there's nothing wrong with that. The only parts, if you have stuff from the the 11 Gen Civic for the Type R. Basically just camber arms work and like the cable bushings, the shifter works. And that's about it. The tow arms, sway bar in the rear works. So just so you don't have to buy things twice. Yeah, it should be a good event. I mean, I definitely am going to be there on the Friday. But I think it'd be cool if I head down Thursday, hang out with everyone, you know, and there most of the day Friday, catching all the racing, I think. So, and then we can share it up on the channel, and I'll actually probably get people watching the videos finally, which would be phenomenal. So that's the whole plan of it. So, but we'll see. I'm definitely going to be going though. So you guys can bet if you want to come meet me and talk cars and hang out with us, I will be there. Probably in Andy's pit, hanging out and chilling. So sweet. And lots of good racing footage. So it's at Rockingham, just east of Charlotte. So May 15th to the 17th, I think. Each day, I think I remember it being $30 to get in with parking. Parking's free, but should be good. There's a lot of good stuff coming. The K-Swap is not. It's still sitting in Arizona. I haven't even brought it out here. So it'd be probably done if it was here. But I just haven't got it to come out. I need another one of our cars to go to where it is, swap over some stuff, then have it picked up and brought out here. And it's kind of a hassle because it's not running. So I've got to pay different fees because it's not running. The rear wheels are locked. So I've got to have someone out in Arizona take the brakes apart so it can roll. A lot of things like when I went out there, and did the swap real quick, I ran out of time because I only had a select amount of days. Plus, trying to work and run a business while I'm working on a car and doing a K-Swap is almost impossible. I honestly, when it comes down to these cars, I have no time anymore. It's just me trying to even get an hour or two to even work on a car and not be blown up with 40 to 60 emails and maybe 13 to 20 people private messaging me every 10 minutes. I'm not complaining about it. Life's amazing, but it's definitely some long days and it's very tough to work on cars. And unfortunately, the way I am, like, I cannot let people wait for a response because it's just me. So yeah. Oh, cool. Well, it's going to be a fun event. Hopefully I'll get some stuff on. I'm waiting to hear. They're trying to move some cars around the shop that the car is at so they can bring one of my other cars in. I'm also selling a house in Arizona at the same time and have my father to kind of worry about and figure out. And so it's a busy schedule. Plus we might be leaving North Carolina at some point. So, it's still up in the air, but there's thoughts about moving the business to Florida. So keep that in mind. I just think there's a lot more stuff to our liking in Florida. So we'll see what happens. I have no idea, but Florida is a little bit better for business than North Carolina is, to be quite honest. So yeah, honestly, the sales guys have just been, last year we had to hire 2 people, almost full time. And I try to run as much as I can because I like being in control of most of it. But we have someone that does all the parts and puts parts on our website that's almost full time. And then I have people doing the finances side of things, customer service, beyond what I do. So it kind of gives me a little bit more free time. So it's definitely growing. from where we were 4 years ago. I was doing it full time, but I had a fun part time job that I worked nights at too, 5 days a week for fun, which I only wanted to do it 1 or 2 days a week, but because I was so good, and the industry that I was doing this like fun job at nights is really sketchy. So I was bartending for everyone that doesn't know, for fun, just to get out, get some time away from business. And but in that industry, they wanted me to be working 5, 6 days a week, and with Axion full time plus full time bartending, it was tough. So it's been, I think, almost 5 years ago, I gave up that portion and just solely do Axion full time. I pretty much was trying to build the business as best I could and go as long as I could with having an extra job just to, even though you do a certain amount of money and you do a certain amount of business, it's always scared as a business owner to just completely live off of the business that makes you money. I don't know if that makes sense, but having that little backup always made me not worry as much. And even though now, I mean, my business has probably doubled since those days. You always constantly every day worry about, you know, God, is there going to be a slowdown? Is there going to be a day where I don't make anything for a week? It's just something as a business owner, it's always in your head. But every day I wake up and come into the office and there's orders sitting, orders continue to come in all day long. It's just amazing. So, well, Andy, I'm probably going to be in the Orlando area. So I would have to say, though, for the most part, I mean, you know what months in this industry are your slower months. They're typically December, January, September's usually pretty slow, and October's kind of off a little bit, but they're still great months for us. The rest of the year, we are completely solid, and I have no worries about at all. But there's days, sometimes you could do 25,000 in sales on one day and then do 600 the next day. It can sometimes do these weird swings, and it's amazing as a business owner mentally what goes through your head when you get like a day where you do like $600 in sales, and you're like, man, like what's wrong? Like, why are we not doing that good today? And I wonder what it's like for other, companies. I guess I worry a little bit off and on, but I think when you have a lot of bills and overhead that, you have to pay for, it's always a worry. So, but yeah, I think, moving to Florida, having, no emissions there will be fantastic. That's also why the 11th gen might be on hold a little bit. I'm trying to get it back here now to further it and at least get it close to where I know all the stuff that people need to get it running. I don't need to get it running because I already know how. We're doing a whole different rendition of it. So I'm basically going to get it all put together as if a customer that wanted a kit would. And then basically they just have to take their K tuner, plug in the harness, and then go to whatever tuner and say, hey, this is it, blah, blah, blah. And it's ready to go. But we're doing a whole different route. So I'll explain that in the videos because I'm going to probably bolt on an MHI stage 2. We'll put on a PRL inlet and intake, intercooler, charge pipes. We'll do all that, figure out what axles work for you guys, everything, show you the harness, what we have to do to change it. You've got to lock the VTEC on the K20C4. So there's a couple things that need to happen. Cool. Well, if anything, I mean, the one thing that I keep telling people is we definitely have steered away from actual mechanic shop. I don't want to be doing that, unfortunately. The way everything's just worked out for us, it's just basically warehousing, and I just ship out parts all day, which is kind of what it turned into. I used to do a lot of installs in the beginning because I had to prove myself, and I enjoyed it so much, but now I just don't have time to even work on customers' cars. And we'll see, though. I'll let you know what happens. It's still very early. We still got to go back down to that area and look around different areas. do a little bit more into the pricing of things. Obviously, Florida is more expensive than North Carolina, so um, but it's just where we live here, it's kind of in the middle of, I wouldn't say nowhere, but we just miss being able, like, I miss going to concerts. For us, it's a 2-hour drive from here. The airport's a 2-hour drive. It's just certain things were nowhere near, and it kind of like we thought it would be fine for the first year, and it was, but now it's like, ah, boy, you know, less things to do. So yeah, if anyone's got any questions on their car, shoot them at me. Um, yeah, I'm glad everyone's enjoying them. So far, the feedback on the K-Tune shifters has been fantastic. So yeah, I've been to Orlando probably 4 or 5 times. Um, really enjoy it. I just, after this winter, I mean, it wasn't even that cold here, but I think just, I'm approaching 50, so I'm just over like the cold, even though I enjoy it. I just love coming out to, in the morning, 65-degree weather, and humid. I love humidity, which is weird. Um, but yeah, I've always liked the vibe of Florida, and we'll see. We'll see what happens. It's just a lot of work packing up an entire house and a business, so not fun to do. But yeah. So yeah, streetcar bragging rights, May 15th to 17th. We'll be there if you guys want to come hang and get an autograph, whatever. I'll be there just to chat and hang out with people, and you can come meet me and talk about parts or whatever. I don't care, and then watch some good racing. Trying to think what else. Like I said, the K tuners are sold out as far as the version 2s with the screens. About a month wait probably, which is very rare for K tuner, but that's how it is. So I wanted to get that out there. I'm thinking what other parts. There's a lot of stuff's in stock actually right now, which is kind of good. It is tax season, so I don't know. Have you all filed your taxes? I filed mine back in January, so as a business, you got to get them done early. Yeah, I mean, I hate to say it, dude, but Raleigh's a little too liberal for me. If I go to an airport and see the majority of people with masks on, it's not my place. Not to get political or anything. I love, if I would move somewhere up there, it'd probably be Cary. Super cool. I love the state. There's so much cool different things to do with it. And it kind of would be fun being in the center of the state, but I don't know. There's just something that I don't feel comfortable. I won't say comfortable here. I just don't feel like I fit in, I guess you could say. It's probably the town that we moved to. But I mean, the one place I love is Arizona. But I just cannot live there anymore with the amount of crazy people moving there. So, and it's just getting ridiculously expensive too. And you only have 91 octane gas, which is horrible. So yeah, I'm trying to think what else is going on. I still got the 9th gen Civic. I should be putting the engine back in it here, and it's all kind of finished, so it'll look done. It's not done. Still up in the air whether we're selling the car. I have no idea what I'm doing with these things, man. It's just too much going on right now to concentrate on one thing at a time. And I would love to finish it, but we will see what happens. I don't know. Yeah, if you guys got any questions on parts, let me know. I can let you know if it's in stock or, Well, that's always good. I mean, I don't even drive anything quick on the street anyways anymore. I like to tear cars apart and ruin them instead of just enjoying them. But yeah, maybe I'll have another street car at some point. I don't know. The wife and I are thinking in 2 or 3 years of getting, hopefully, our dream SUV if everything goes right. But I don't like to have a huge car payment because it sucks. But dream is to have an Audi RS Q8. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I kind of miss my Audi, the TTRS, but I would rather have something a little bit bigger, better for, road trips and daily stuff. Trying to think what other Honda news is out right now. I feel like I've got so much in my head, but I can't even think about it right now. What other parts have we added? I've been actually adding quite a lot of new things this week because I pretty much will tell my team like, okay, we need these on. I've actually added some older Accord stuff, which is kind of weird, but I've had a couple people reaching out to me lately about the older Accord stuff. So I figured I might as well. We're probably going to beef up some of our older cars now that I've got a little bit more time to spend on those. So stuff like the CRZ, the Fits, the Accords, finally start adding more RSX stuff, which is crazy, but it's just for us, we don't get many people asking for stuff like that. One thing is, if you guys see anything you want added to the website and it's not on the site, just go ahead and shoot us an email. I can get it added as long as we can get it. So yeah. Yeah, it's been a busy start to April. So usually our busiest month, probably close ahead of March. March was popping this year. Probably the best March we've ever done as a business. But usually Black Friday is pretty good. And last year, Black Friday, we just killed it. I mean, that's the busiest I've ever been. I mean, I think in one day we had like 92 orders, which is just insane considering I do all the orders myself. So, but yeah, super crazy. I appreciate you all. It's been a fun time. Oh, nice. Birthday time. How old are you going to be, dude? This is my half birthday, so I'm almost at 49. What time we got up here? 8:30. Well, we'll keep going for a little bit. Yeah, Andy, I actually have to send you some more stuff to do. So I got some more money coming your way. I'll probably send them off tomorrow or the next day. I'm trying to wait for a slower day this week and get some more stuff off to you. What else is going on? I'm trying to think. I'm also thinking, do I bring any parts with me to the races when you guys are there? I don't know. Maybe something breaks. Maybe some kid wants to buy some high performance goods. I don't know. Where is Mark Outram? Where's he at? I feel bad. I still owe him a set of rear brakes and they have not shipped yet and they keep getting pushed back. Well, David, I hope you get your Type R, man. Super lucky. I kind of wish that I had kept my car all put together and could have traded that thing back in, but it benefits the community and that car's brought us a lot of information over the last 3 years to help people out. So I don't mind what I've done with it. So well, happy birthday, dude. Wow, 35, man. You're still a young pup. I remember the 30s. My 30s, they were okay, but they kind of sucked. It's like the 30s are like, I feel like, at least for guys, I feel like, once you get in your 30s, you're kind of finally like settling down a little bit. But then you get this like one last little surge of like, yeah, I need to go party and I need to enjoy shit because I'm getting older. And I don't know, my 40s have been pretty amazing, actually. I've enjoyed my 40s more than my 30s. So I'm going to be 50 in a year and a half. So still got some time in my 40s. I don't know. I'm trying to plan my 50th birthday, and I had it planned for like 10 years what I was going to do, and now it's kind of changing. So we'll see. I was gonna fly around the world in for 50 days. It was kind of like a dream I had for like the last 20 years, and figured, man, when I turn 50, I'm gonna fly around the world for 50 days and visit all these different places. Um, I think now it's gonna be more like 2 weeks if I can even get that away. Luckily, I can be able to travel and still conduct business, which is probably like a blessing because I enjoy traveling. So, yep, almost 50, man. I take care of myself. I try and eat good, and I probably walk and run 5 days a week. So, and only drink usually 2 days a week, and it's wine, pretty much wine only. Yeah, I saw that big gallon of M1. I'm sure they will. I would just email support at PRL and ask them. Um, they could also give you the size and just go to a hardware store if you want them quicker. We don't get any like extra stuff from PRL, so I usually have to refer everyone to actually go to PRL direct. So, yep, cool. Just checking the time, guys. Um, what else is up, man? There's not much to talk about. Sorry. I've really had like a I've just been busy working and haven't really had much time. I do have a video coming up of, we're going to go over some more parts on the bench. Um, the Skunk 2 manifold for the Type R Accord. I'll go over it real quick. There's nothing really to it. Just basically seeing it up close and personal. It's basically the one that's going to go on our 11th gen Civic. So yeah, that's about it. Sorry, I'm tired. I was up this morning at 5:30 with the dog and did not go. I pretty much got in the office at like 6:10 in the morning. So very busy. You know, a lot of the orders come through the weekend, and we pretty much wait because there's no shipping on weekends. So, but yeah. All right, guys. I think I'm getting off soon. I'm giving you 5 minutes to get some questions in real quick, and then I'm going to get out of here and go watch a TV show. Enjoy the rest of my night till I go to bed. Finally, our dog is like getting somewhat normal, but he's decided to want to wake up again at 5 a.m. in the morning. So, which is not fun when you go to bed at midnight. All right. Well, make sure you guys do a thumbs up on the channel if you can. Go watch some videos. I appreciate you all. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. We'll probably be back on next week. I don't know. I'm trying to make it every week. It's just sometimes being on here, it's like I run out of stuff. And if there's nothing really been going on, it's like tough for me to want to get on here. But I know you guys keep coming on, which is cool. So I will keep coming on. Hopefully, I'll have some good information. And I'll get with you, Andy, on when I'm going to be out there. I got to talk to the wife. And so it's supposed to storm here, I think, within the next like hour, but I don't even know if we're going to get anything. So who knows? Anyways, guys, if you need any parts, just reach out. You know where I am. Or if you have a question, just shoot me a message on Facebook or Instagram or email, and I'll get back to you right away. All right. Well, everyone have a good night, and we'll see you next week for another Mondays with Mike. Laters.